Hello and welcome to the Rosanirich, the second part. Here you'll notice the player will actually go to the right hand side. Also here, travelling through, you'll notice the particle effects system with the actual effects they're bouncing onto the ground. When the actual player goes right here, the player basically has two choices: to go down the right side, which is the tranquil, easier route, or the left side, which is the more intensive route. Here you may notice that there is a robot arm which will actually attack the player and block him from actually travelling through this section. Not that it overly matters because there is a door behind them, but still it's there and it's an object to be, got rid of. So here we are. We notice that the player's gone upstairs being led by the actual sound of the gunfire. Here there's a skeletal mesh beckoning you to this area, and the actual other skeletal mesh here shooting towards the actual target. Again, this was all done with matinee and trigger sequences. We move through here and then a door the door gets opened. This is done by a simple matinee sequence opening here. This is the second room then that you travel to. You may notice that we have another matinee sequence with the globe floating around the hollow platform and the weapon system here. If the player goes over to this button, it will then start this camera sequence, watching the actual cannon itself shoot a Redeemer shell, destroying these three tanks. As the player then completes that part, that's completely optional for the player. They will then be guided by the lights throughout this level up to this point of travelling up to the lift. The lift will actually then take them to the main bridge area of this ship, which, as you may notice, has actually just then taken off. If you then travel through this section, you'll notice that the actual ship itself is now in the space instead of on the floor level. And again, this was done by just hiding objects in the background and opening up when they reach trigger level. You may notice that now the player has actually gone to the floor level. There are chairs scattered about here which were done as objects through 3ds Max, and then the player is now actually going to travel over to another skeletal mesh operating the actual console there. So then the player walks through this area and ends with the same cinematic sequence in the captain's room as the last one. Thanks for watching.